questions here, they look hard, but they're actually pretty easy once you know how to solve them. All right, for the first question, right? So for the first question, what we're going to do is that, so let's just read the question. So I know that we're going that we have a mass that is equal to 6, yeah, the tank. Okay, so I'm just going to call the mass of the tank as 6 kg. I know the volume is equal to 0.18 meters cube. I know the density is equal to how much? 1000 kilograms per meter cube. If I want to find the solution to this question, right, solution. So what I will do is that we're going to say that the density is equal to how much? What we're trying to find here, so the weight, okay, we're trying to find the weight of the combined system. All right. So let's just try to factor in the mass of the water. I don't know what it is, but we'll try to find it. So I know the density is this. I know that we have the volume, but we don't know the mass of the water. So in order to find this, we'll just plug in the numbers. The volume is how much? 0.18 meter cube. And I know the density is 1000 kilogram per meter cube. We'll factor that in. Gives us a value of, give me a second. Okay. Gives me a value of the mass, H2O, which will equal to 180 kilograms. All right. All right. So once we're done with that, we can find the total mass. All right. So what's the total mass? Let's just try to find that out. Total. So that's going to be our 180 kg plus the 6 kg that we had, the plastic tank, plus 6. So the total is going to become 186 kilograms. So what we're going to do with that is that we're going to find the weight, what the question told us to do. Total. It's factor in gravity. So just do all of this. So 180 kg. All right. And the acceleration, so that's going to become 9.81 meter per second square. Our answer is going to be 1824.6 newtons. And you're going to be done with the question. All right. This one's pretty easy. All right, for this one, we're going to say that the weight is equals to mg equals to 200, 9.6. That's going to become 190, yeah, 1920 newton. That you're done. For this one, this is kind of tricky. It's not tricky, but it's kind of long. So we all know that weight is just the mass multiplied by gravity. All right, we're going to use this in here. So all right, let's just try to find that out. So in the question, we want to know in Newton, a kilonewton, kilogram. Yeah, we want to know on all of them. So in order to find that out, what we're going to do is that, just know that, okay, that's going to be, for example, assuming that we have one mass. Yeah, so we're just going to assume that this is, that the mass is 1 kilogram. and the acceleration is 9.8. All right, so it's going to become 9.81 Newton. All right, for the second one, factoring all of that, that's in newtons. So if I want to find in kilonewton, we take 9.81 times 10 by power negative 3, which is going to give us a value in kilonewton. All right. So if I want to find it in kilogram meter per second square, let's just try to find that out. 1 kilogram, 9.81 meter per second square. The value is going to be 1 kilogram meter per second square. It's going to be our value. All right. For the next one, what we're going to do, it's going to become 1. Yeah. So it's going to become 1 kilogram, 9.81 meter per second square. 1 Newton, 1 kilogram meter per second square. All right. 1 kilogram force for 9.81. The value is going to become 1 kilogram force. That's going to be our value. Since since this and this get cancelled out. By the way, this is in Newton. Wait. Yeah, it's in Newton. And this gets cancelled out. This cancelled out. So this is our final answer. All right. For the next one, we'll do is 1 kilogram, 2.205, 1 kilogram IBM, so pound mass, 32.2 feet, feet per second square. It's going to give us this value, and so 1 pound, 1 IBM, 1 pound, feet per second square. No, sorry, it's going to be in 71. Let's write the 71 pound feet per second square. All right. For the final one in pound force, to prove that, we'll do 1 kilogram, 2.205 pound mass, 1 kilogram, 32.2 feet per second square, 1 pound, 1 pound of force, 32.2 feet per second square. which is going to give us a value of 2.21 IBF. So pound force. Like that, you're done. And you're done with this too. So for this one, what we're going to do, so we know that the volume is equal to length multiplied by width multiplied by the height if you want to find a volume of any object. All right. So 6 multiplied by 6 multiplied by 8 gives you a value of 288 meters cubed. All right. And we know that, the formula of density is equal to mass over volume. All right. We can just plug in the numbers here. 1.16, which is what's given, the mass, and what's the volume, 288, which is going to give us a mass of equal to 334 kg. If we want to find the gravity of that, we'll just do that. Okay, weight is equal to mass multiplied by gravity. We know the mass is 334.981, giving us a value of, in newtons, 3277.3 newtons, which is the same. It's around the same number. So for this question, we have to find the error and what caused it. All right. So to fix this problem, so the main problem here is that we can't add them together. We can't add kj to kj per kilogram, kilojoule per kilogram and kilojoule. We can't add them together. So if you want to fix this problem, what should we do? Very easy. Just say that the E is equal to how much? 16 kilojoule plus 7 kilojoule per kilogram, bracket, put an M. So what's the purpose of this M? The problem here is that the person who solves this question, he most likely forgot the kilojoule per kilogram. He can't multiply. He forgot to multiply the kilojoule per kilogram by the mass, or it could just be the total energy, mistaking it for the energy per kilogram. So this is our final equation, basically. If you want to rewrite it, it's going to look something like this. Okay. Now this is a doozy. It's easy, but it's doozy. It's kind of a doozy. So let's just make some assumptions. All right. So as we know that this is okay. So we know that the weight is equal to the mass multiplied by the gravity. All right. So what about if it's in seawater? Yeah. So the weight and sea level, how is it going to look like? Let me just prove my point real quick. So I know that 1 minus 1%, since it's given the question, the weight by an object decreases by 1%. This will give me 0.99. Therefore, 0.99 weight and sea level. So what's the solution to this problem? So the solution for this problem, what we're going to do is that we're going to say that the weight is equal to the weight is equal to 1%, so 0.99 ws. So that's the weight and sea level. So we're going to expand on this equation, stating that the mg, which is what we know, so weight is equal to mass multiplied by gravity, 0.99 bracket m gs. All right. After that, this and this, you can get rid of it. Then you end up with the gravity equals to 0.99 gravity respective of the sea level. All right. You rewrite this equation since we know that since we know from this equation that the gravity is equal to A minus BZ. We'll just rewrite that. So it's going to give us yeah, A minus BZ equals to 0.99 A cents. Yeah, I need to state my assumption. So what's our assumption? Our assumption is that the gravity in sea level is equal to A, is equal to 9.807 meters per second square. And we'll assume our second assumption is that the weight is equal to 0.99 weight sea level. That's our assumption. All right. We'll just put that on the side. All right. So to continue solving this, once we're done with that, we'll just replace this to the other side and this to the other side, which is going to give us the value, the equation of A minus 0.99. Give me a second. A minus 0.99 A equals to BZ. All right. So then this will give us 0.01 A equals to BZ. BZ. Now we can just plug in the values and we'll get the value in of Z. So that's just 0.01. 9.807 is equal to 3.32 times 10 to the power of negative 6 Z. So the value of Z, it's going to be in meters since it's height. They're asking for the height. It's going to become 2953.9.2, which is around the same. Yeah, it's around the same. So yeah, that's our answer. All right. So this is our last question. This might be the easiest one. We'll have to create an equation. So just create an equation. Create equation. What's it going to be? The time equals to the velocity equals to v dot. That's it. You're done with the question.